business to attend elsewhere. How could such creatures continue to revive here? They're clearly amphibious, and yet there is so little water here that they could not surely survive in this wasteland. Well, very well, let's go and meet Mom. Yeah. The weather shifts, it would seem. A dust cloud. Or a storm of some greater vicinity. We shall soon see. Oh, glorious. Fortunately, my mechanical components are more than capable of surviving this. I wonder if the same can be said for Mr. Easy Pete. Now, who is it? You will not have to wait.
Now, if you're not gonna buy something, get out.
I take it you have some difficulties, Miss... you would be Trudy. I much prefer the amateur science, personally.
Well, you've been causing quite a stir. Glad I finally got to meet you. Welcome to the Prospector Saloon.
What was that about?
The town got itself dragged into the middle of something we don't want anything to do with. About a week ago, this trader, Ringo, comes into town. Survivor of an attack, he says. Bad men after him. Needs a place to hide. We figured he was just in shock, so we gave him a place to lie low. We didn't actually expect anyone to come after him.
And where is he now?
He's holed up at the abandoned gas station up the hill.
And why not just kill him and be done with
That's
this?
not our way.
Yes.
Even if Cobb is scum, he can bluster and threaten all he wants.
It would be so much easier.
Some of the others, like Sonny, will probably stand up for Ringo if he asks for help, which he hasn't. Personally, I hope he sneaks out of town one night and takes the powder gangers with him.
What are these
Chain
powder
gangs,
gangers?
really. The NCR brought them in from California to work on the rail lines. Problem is, it turns out that giving convicts a bunch of dynamite and blasting powder isn't the best idea. It was a big escape not too long ago. Some of them stuck together so they could make trouble. That's what we're dealing with now.
I see.
Alright.
That robot. What can you tell me
I know
about it?
that thing, as much as anyone else around here. It mostly keeps to itself, which is just fine by me.
You have issues with him?
Friendly enough, but I don't trust that whole cheerful cowboy act. I find it
You
all
shouldn't.
very creepy.
I find that amusing, considering that you're presently looking at me. What is his
Other than
purpose?
rolling around once in a while, it doesn't do anything useful as far as I can tell. I don't know why it took an interest in you, but I'd be careful. It's never helped anyone before.
I see.
Fine by me. Be careful out there.
Oh, I'm sure I'll be far better off than you. Hello, dog. You may be better off indoors. I doubt you'll survive this as well as I might. Now, What goods have you for sale? Merchant.
You must be the one Doc Mitchell was patching up. The way I heard it, I didn't think you'd be walking out of that office. I've got plenty of supplies for sale. Even got some weapon mods and special ammo. Well worth the task, if you ask me. If you're hurting for caps, I've also got boxes of surplus ammo in the miscellaneous section. They're not great, but you get what you pay for.
What are you selling? Two of Lucky 38? You're selling cards, or caps. Evidently currency has gone somewhat downhill. Hollow point, armor piercing, cleaner, energy cells, boxing gloves, coffee cups, cutting boards, dandy apples. Is there anything of particular usage here? Hello. A shovel. Oh, the caps might be useful in this regard. The shovel might also prove useful. Beyond this, I do not see much in the way of use. And let me see, what ammunition do I require? We have the tobacco. And perhaps the hide and eggs will be of use too. I believe that shall be all.
Pleasure doing business with you.
What do you know about the
Ringo
Rangers?
doesn't head out on his own. I think we should hand him over. The town shouldn't get itself mixed into the problem. Don't mistake that for coward talk, though. We're a town of survivors. We'll fight tooth and nail if pushed, but we don't go looking for trouble.
Then it will find you instead.
Take
Goodbye.
it easy now.
Now, perhaps I can utilize these ingredients for something particularly useful. Or I could kill you. That does seem to be quite a popular suggestion, doesn't it? Whiskey does not interest me. Dog meat. And a bottle of dirty water. I see you're owned. A wise notion. Personally, I much prefer my odds. Truly, this is quite a storm. You may wish to go inside, sir. I do not think this is weather for more than I. This would appear to be the store.
That's close enough.
As you wish.
What do you want with me?
I am Timothy of the Hells. And I'm not an
Sorry
enemy
about
yet.
the gun. You just caught me off guard, that's all. We got off to a bad start. What say we start over with a friendly game of Caravan? You know how to play?
I do not.
It's a two-player game, and the winner takes the whole pie. You build a caravan using the cards in your deck. The goal is to create caravan bids that beat your opponent's bids. So there's more strategy than luck involved. It's why you won't see caravan in any casino. Too slow-paced. And more importantly, no house edge. Here, take this holotape. It goes into more specifics about the rules. You'll also need a deck, so take one of my spares. So, you feel like playing a game?
We do not have time for this.
Yeah.
Joe Cobb is looking for
He
you.
doesn't look very tough, though. I hear he's afraid I'll shoot him down from one of the windows when I see him. And he's right. I'll have a much bigger problem once his friends show up. There's no way I can handle all of them in a gunfight.
And what do you intend to do about
I'm
them?
gonna lay low for as long as I can, assuming the town doesn't throw me to the wolves. I've got
They
no
may
chance
soon.
against the gang on my own.
Perhaps we can have a mutually beneficial arrangement.
All I've got left on me are a handful of caps. But you get me out of this, and I'll make sure the Crimson Caravan pays you back. You've got my word.
Go
We
ahead.
just end up sharing the same grave if it's just the two of us. Now, if some of the other people in town were also on board...
Very well.
Start with Sunny Smiles. She's been friendlier than most around here.
And she can handle and she can handle a firearm. We may have the advantage so long as this storm keeps up. Personally, I think I prefer my odds to theirs in this weather.
If you're looking for supplies, chat over at the general store can help you out.
I was hoping for something more useful than that, but sure. Can't imagine many surviving this. But apparently, Mr. Easy Pete is doing quite well here. Perhaps there's simply enough shelter here, although the structure does seem pervious. Ah, Miss Sunny?
Hi there. Sticking around Goodsprings for a while longer?
For the moment. I intend to assist Mr. Ringo. Can
Say
you
no
help
more.
us?
I'm in.
That was quite
Joe Cobb
straightforward.
talks about leaving us alone if we hand over Ringo, but I know his type. He and his friends will come after the town eventually. However, between you, me, and Ringo, we aren't exactly a force to be reckoned with. A lot of people around here look up to Trudy. If you could convince Trudy to join us, some of the folks in town might decide to help out as well. I know Easy Pete's got a stock of dynamite somewhere, and Chet just got a shipment of leather armor we could borrow. Talk to them as well. Finally, there's a good chance we'll all end up with extra holes in us. So if Doc Mitchell could cough up some extra stim packs, that'd be great.
Are you legitimately suggesting that I tell the Den Mother?
I'll be waiting.
Very well. Miss Trudy. A word?
So you're planning on taking on Joe Cobb's gang?
Word travels quickly.
Risk, but I suppose you have to do what you think is right.
We are somewhat outnumbered. I do not think I can wager that with you.
All the more reason for me to sit this one out. I'll be rooting for you, though.
Yeah.
That does sound like a good plan. Alright, you seem to know what you're doing, so you can count
Good.
me in. Let me have a word with a few other folks, and I'll see if I can't round up some more members for this militia you're creating. While everyone does own a gun, we could stand to be a little better equipped. The general store probably has what we need in stock. Be careful out there.
Oh, I don't think I need to worry about it. Now, let me see. 14 skill points to assign. Well, I do like the look of repair and science. Right. Smoothest route to the general store will be by the side, I should think. Additionally.
Howdy. What can Easy Pete do for you?
Well, for starters, you could perhaps consider moving to a quieter location. But that dynamite might help.
Kill ourselves if I let you touch it. Better leave it buried. Safer.
Never mind.
Keep your gun handy if you go poking around some of the abandoned places around here.
can scarcely hear you. I think you mentioned the stool house? Yeah, hopefully this weather will let up soon. Mr. Chat,
You looking to buy some supplies?
I require some ammunition.
Now just hold on. I never voted to take on the powder gangers. That's a 1,000 cap investment you're talking about. Look, you're bringing this on yourselves. There's no way I'm getting involved. But hey, I'm sure you can buy what you need.
You are not particularly useful, you know that? And I could shoot you where you stand and no one here would come to save you. Perhaps Mr. Mitchell shall show his kindness once more. If I can find him. A sturdy building. The barest of sound in here. Dr. Mitchell? I have need of your services, if you'll provide them.
Welcome back. I had hoped you wouldn't need to come see me again so soon. What can I do for you? Seems like wherever I go, it's always the same. Folks just never leave each other alone. Oh, I'm not much good in a fight with my bum leg. And my supplies are scarce, but I'll give you what I can spare.
Good to know.
You take care now.
That simply leaves us with one more blinking arrow to the east. Ah. And the weather has let up. Now, how many more loose ends do we have? Well, it seems we are going to lose out on two potential sources of supply. Unless I can locate Easy Pete's dynamite. Perhaps I can persuade Chet.
You looking to buy some supplies? This again? Like I
Yes.
said, I'm against taking on the powder gangers. My supplies
You do
are-
not have to.
Look, you're bringing this on yourselves. There's no way I'm getting involved. But hey, I'm sure you can buy what you need.
If I promise that your goods will be returned in pristine condition, then perhaps will you help me?
Take it easy now.
I doubt it. You're a simpleton and a coward, and you have not the strength to supply that which you demand.
Howdy.
Hello again.
Told you before, it's too dangerous for a bunch of amateurs to handle. Too dangerous, sorry. Blow yourself up. Blow your neighbor up. Blow the whole town up.
Very well. What about this Victor?
The machine? Harmless, no matter what Trudy says. She thinks it's hiding something. But I think it's just a broken down relic with no place to be.
I know the feeling.
Yup.
There's two more bodies for the pile that I should deal with.
Howdy. I'll keep an eye out for the powder gangers and meet up with you and Ringo when the time comes.
How about the dynamite?
Protective of his dynamite.
I noticed.
You'd have to convince him you know a thing or two about explosives before you handed it over.
And what about Chet?
I don't think give is in Chet's vocabulary.
No.
Even with the town at stake, he'd still make you barter with him. Until next time.
Let's hope it is not too soon. Certainly the weather could do with improving. I can scarcely see in front of myself. Mr. Ringo. I should not expect to find much more than alcohol here.
So what's going on? Did Sonny agree to help us?
Sonny is with us.
Well, I guess that means we're ready to go. Unless you think there's something else you can do.
I would like more attempts to convince Chet and Easy Pete.
Alright. I'll just wait here until you come get me.
Very well. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to leave a like and or a favorite. Follow me on Twitter and subscribe to be notified of future updates. You can also check out the website where most other content is uploaded. That's all for now. Catch you later.